How is everyone doing this evening? Let's see. Hello, Tammy. Welcome in the chat if you're still here. Hello, Dark Lord Minute. How are you doing? Hello, Brenda Z. Welcome in the chat. Hello, Oseo Sister. Bounty, how are you doing? Trying to catch up. Good evening, Pam. How are you doing? Hey, Lisa. Welcome in the chat. Hoot hoot. Hello, Cheryl. Welcome in the chat. Hoot hoot. Hope y'all can hear me. Hey, Amber Thompson. Welcome in the chat. Hoot hoot. Hey, Forest Girl. Welcome in the chat. Hoot hoot. I'm kind of in the sun a little bit, but you're hoping for shade here in a bit. All right, I'm gonna have to keep scrolling. Hoot hoot Pete. Welcome in the chat. How are you doing? Good evening, Candy. Welcome in the chat. All right, y'all, I'm going to apologize right now. I am not in control of the idiots in the background. Good evening, Connie. Welcome in the chat. How are you doing? There's Grace Before Me Farms. Welcome in the chat. How are you doing? I'm tired. I've had a long day today. I got in some weed eater therapy. Junior's had a fairly up and down rough day, but he's doing good. He decided to stay in bed for now. His blood pressure was really high this morning, but when he took his meds, it went down and then it went down too low. So it's a never ending battle. Good evening, October Opal. Welcome in the chat. Hoot hoot. Hoot hoot Angel. How are you doing, darling? There's Lookout Mountain. Welcome in the chat. How are you doing? Yep, I'm glowing because I'm trying to evade the sunlight. I've had enough of sunlight today. It's been a busy day today. Weed eater therapy. I weed eated all around the fruit trees, got them fertilized. Tomorrow I'll be putting uh, composted wood chips around them. I had to think there for a minute. Good evening, Rebel Canners. Welcome into chat. How are you doing? I'm glowing from the sun. Hey, Tammy. Welcome into chat. How are you doing? But yep, I cleaned up and trimmed, well, not trimmed, but trimmed all the dead out of 22 roses. I almost got done. Uh, I'm tired, Pam. I'm not gonna lie. I am wore out. You learn real fast how fast 2 hours goes because I have to check his blood pressure every 2 hours. So I get to work a little bit outside, go back in the house, come back outside, go back to work. He tried to sit outside for a while today. He got a good long dose of sunlight yesterday. No, I am still stressed as can be. I ain't gonna lie, October Opal, but thank you for the compliment. I got the, well, wild hair going on. No, I'm just wore out right now. Let's see what else. I done something else. Oh, I wanted to let everybody know the video for tomorrow will be running late because I didn't get to make it today. So I'll be making it in the morning. I'm trying to think. I know I got hopefully one of my solar lights fixed. So been busy. Hey, good evening, Gear. How are you doing? That's okay. That's perfectly fine. Stay busy. Yeah, it does, but the medicine is really, really messing with him big time. Oh my God, that sounds so good, Amber. That sounds so good. Wait a minute, did I miss somebody? Nope, I think I'm keeping caught up. Sorry, y'all, I have no control over it. They've been crazy around here last few days. Yesterday, in front of the, or kind of in front of the house, there was a massive gang shootout. And I tell you, they need to start aiming because I'm tired of all these bullets flying and only one person got slightly grazed. Tell you, they have no respect. There's no such thing as lives matter around here because they don't. Oh, that's good to hear, Gear. That's good to hear. But yeah, there was hundreds of bullets flying. Thankfully, I was behind the house, sitting under the canopy. Everything's doing pretty good around here. Don't look like anything got hurt from the freeze. I'm not too sure we got low enough for a freeze, but I do know that, yeah, on my fruit trees, I haven't seen any fruit on them, unfortunately. Well, that's a miracle there ain't more dead around here the way they've been shooting the last 2 days. Today's been kind of quiet. It's ridiculous. Absolutely no lives matter around here. Yep, he's on six. One of them is not only a blood pressure pill, but it's also supposed to keep his heart rate down. But that's yeah, no. Hey, Monica, welcome into chat. How are you doing, darling? Yeah, we're looking at coming up here in a couple of days, 3 to 4 inches of rain. I'm glad because I was so worried that my mud was going to get dehydrated. I've had enough rain, enough rain. Yep, I got your email, but I think his boss might have another one. I'm not sure yet. We're waiting to hear. Oh, lucky rat. I absolutely love pigs. Hey, Jeff Brown. Welcome into chat. Hoot hoot. Hey, fishing for fun. Welcome into chat. How are you doing, darling? Oh, and there's Donna D. She flew on in. Welcome into chat. Hey, Homestead Aquarius. How are you doing? But yeah, tomorrow I've got to get the mulch around the composted, might as well say composted mulch because it's been in the bags for 2 years now. That should be composted down. Get the fruit trees, try to keep the weeds down away from the fruit trees. Hey, Barb's Country Home, welcome into chat. How are you doing? Let me tell you, I'll tell you why I am so happy to see the lemon tree. Now, I got to tell you why I was excited. I think the lemon tree is more stubborn than I am. I started it from seed. I think it was 3 or 4 years ago. Now, it's been staying in the Hootie Hoop house all this during the winters. Okay, the first major winter it saw was when we had snowpocalypse. I know Texas remembers snowpocalypse. Uh, That's okay. That's okay, Jeff. No problem. I hope they win. Uh, she was buried under over a foot of snow because yeah, the little hoop house then collapsed under all the snow. Well, come springtime, it's time to get ready to start seeds. So I cleaned it out. She was nothing but a stick. So I put her over in what I call the the pot cemetery over here, and I go back during the year and grab the soil, re-amend it, and reuse it. Now I was cleaning up late summer. Sorry, y'all. I have come to hate those cars. I really have. And now all spring, all summer, and we had a heat wave and everything. That little tree survived, came back beautiful and green, had grew 2 feet. I don't know how I missed it, but I did. And it was over 2 foot tall, getting close to three when I found her. And I'm like, oh my God, I have neglected this poor baby. All right, so repotted her up, gave her fertilizer, gave her love, talked to her. And last year she grew over five up. She was about 5.5 foot tall. Gut instinct told me to take her to family's house for the winter, but I didn't. So she, what I thought, died in a hootie hoop house. And yeah, when I finally got to go in, I noticed that she had reincarnated back again. So she's back full throttle. And that's why I'm proud of that little lemon tree that could. Hey, hey, Corky, welcome into chat. How are you doing? See who all I might have missed talking. Little T, yep. Okay, I don't think I missed anybody. No, not yet, but man, y'all should have seen me after getting some weed eater therapy in. Yeah, I love my weed eater now. Uh, yeah, I was covered in grass clippings from the top of my head. I think I still have some in my hair, and you couldn't even see what color my pants legs were from the knee down. Hey, Adventures with Outdoor Eagle, welcome into chat. How are you doing? So far, so good. I'm still alive. Kenyon Jr. still alive. Hey, Dixie Doodles, welcome into chat. Yes, I'm glad to be home, but I'm worried about him because today's been a fairly rough day for him, but he's still hanging in there because those medicines are messing with him big time, especially his stomach. But other than that, busy, busy, busy. Oh, if y'all remember the shorts when I made the video, excuse me, of the blueberry encased in ice but blooming, I actually have blueberries on that plant. Hey, Regina, welcome in the chat. How are you doing? He's doing good. When he woke up this morning, his blood pressure was really high. Then he took his meds, and then it went almost too low. So he's swinging back and forth on the blood pressure. Oh, thank you, Jeff. All right, you go enjoy your daughter's softball game. Hope she wins. Yeah, I don't wear gloves either. I don't wear gloves to weed. I wasn't even wearing gloves today when I was cleaning all these rose bushes up. That's fine. I understand completely. Thank you for coming in, Outdoor Eagle. You have a blessed evening. Enjoy you some dinner. Like I said, sorry for the noise in the background. People just don't know how to act around here. Hate those cars. I tell you, hate those cars. These people lose their minds behind those steering wheels. Yes, I'm happy to be home, except I'd like some peace and quiet would be nice. 2 days today, they've been very quiet, which is odd. Saturday and Sunday, they just lost their minds around here shooting. I tell you, I mean, it's sad when, they shoot off hundreds of bullets and only one person gets grazed. They need to start aiming. Uh-oh, I missed a question. Sorry, Donna D, I missed it. Sometimes the seeds, sometimes you can plant them by the seed, but most of the time it's best to just dig it up and try to get as much of the tap root as you can. Hey, old Nans, welcome in the chat. How are you doing? Hey, Tammy, welcome in the chat. How are you doing? Yes, you can plant it in other places. Yes, you can. Uh, sometimes the berries work, sometimes the berries don't. A lot of times they need to be, it depends on the plant. Sometimes they have to be digested by birds. You can kind of stratify them and try them that way. A lot of times it's just best to dig up uh, plants as best you can, as much of the taproot as possible. Hey, that's a blessing to have it popping up all over. Time to start harvesting because it's not going to be long from me to be harvesting. Hello, Brenda. Welcome into chat. Is this your first time? If I remember right, it is. I'm doing pretty good on coffee. I just don't have my big cup outside. But yeah, today's been a pretty good day. A lot of stuff. Thank gracious is alive. Now, I wanted everybody to know I wasn't ungrateful that a lot of stuff was alive in the hoop house. I was just heartbroken that I lost a lot of my cabbage. I am beyond thankful for everything that was still alive in the hoop house. I am beyond thankful, believe me. But there was a lot lost in there, and I just hate, I don't like to waste food. And it felt like, well, I know it was out of my hands. I'm thankful as much as of it is still alive. Oh, thank you, Brenda Griffin. I appreciate that. Oh, that's wonderful to hear, Amber. It's been a long time since I done any quilting. Yep, it's an okra flower. It specifically, it's a Texas Hill Country okra, which is my favorite okra. Hey, South Florida sunshine, welcome into chat. Yep, I get to do a live in my yard. I finally figured out this new phone will do live stream. I just don't like using StreamYard, but oh well. I something about YouTube. I don't know why it won't work on my phone. It says I have to have Google fully, upgraded, and well, I can't read Google's mind when the next upgrade's coming. So, oh, okay. I was wondering what on earth. Cinquefoil. Yes, I know Cinquefoil. I'm not sure about the slender one. It's a very important plant. Now, I wished I did live in the country. I'm right in the middle of the hood. Yes, I love my Texas Hill Country okra. That I had it now. The my picture that's in the circle is my over 16-foot tall. It was a, and I can't remember what kind. It was a Cajun something, Cajun something okra, Cajun jewel, Cajun something. There's like 5 or 6 different Cajun okras. I can't remember which one it was, but yeah, that was a good okra year. Oh, that's the hood rats over in the apartments. Oh no, this is a total. I was born and raised in the hood. This is another totally different beast. Man, I tell you, these people are psychotic here. Hold on a minute. I do kind of sort of live in the country, not really. I'm on the outskirts of Memphis. I'm not in the city proper. Oh, that's good to hear, Amber. Give them a little bit longer, but yeah, olive trees aren't supposed to lose their leaves at all. Now, kumquats, I don't have any experience growing those. Oh, that sounds so good, Pam. Man, I tell you, I don't even think hood rats is a good enough name. Hey, Laquita, how are you doing, darling? That's fine. Go right ahead. Go ahead and eat. But yeah, I tell you, this past weekend, Lord, they woke Tinian up several times. He was not a happy camper. I told him, you got to quit letting this bother you. Okay, Pete, go right ahead. You be careful going home. Well, I lived there for a long time, almost in Middle Tennessee. I enjoyed it because, man, let me tell you, the deer hunting was wonderful and the land was fertile. That was in Hardeman County there for a while. Um, I'd like to be in the woods out by Reagan, Tennessee, somewhere where I could have some wooded area. And, somebody wants to come to the house, you're going to be driving a mile down the driveway. So I want to be able to know who's coming down the road. Yes, I still do, Laquita, but I do not smoke around Junior at all. Hey, Tracy Marie Wade, welcome into chat. How you doing? Oh, that sounds good. That sounds so good. But yeah, no, it's not the time for me to quit. No, I'll quit eventually, but this is not the time. Not whatsoever. It's it's hard to explain. It's my nerve pill. It's just really hard to explain. I will, Laquita. I definitely will. Definitely will. But yeah, it's just been crazy around here. I just don't understand these people. I just don't understand why they have to act like they do. Nobody else acts like, well, there's a bunch of people that act like this, but still, no excuse. That's just like I heard the woman. It was heartbreaking, really, because people, I swear, I just don't understand them. This woman is a black lady trying to hold back her son who was losing his mind yesterday after the shooting. And he wanted to fight somebody. I mean, wanted to fight somebody, and there's over a dozen police officers out here, out front of the house across the street. And he thought he was going to fight somebody. That's just how stupid these people are. And she's screaming at him, telling him, "You better calm your, you know what, down," and a whole bunch of other stuff. And then I just don't understand the perpetual hate. She tells him, "You see all them white people over there? They're gonna kill you. They don't care about you. You're a black man. They're gonna automatically kill you." And I'm standing on the porch sifting some peat moss and stuff so I could start my seed starting mix. And I'm like going, why keep the hate going? Why lie? I ain't never walked out anywhere just wanted to shoot a black person. Never in my life. I just don't understand people. Hey, Threesia, welcome into chat. How are you doing? Oh, you'd be surprised the racism around this neighborhood. You'd be surprised. It's heartbreaking. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to catch up on chat. I didn't want to. But yeah, I mean, I'm like going, what the hell? It was all black people shooting, trying to kill one another. It's heartbreaking. It really is. And people just don't know what's truly going on. Chameleon that couldn't change colors. Oh my gracious, that's good. Oh my God, that's good, Tammy. Hey, Tamara, welcome in the chat. How are you doing? Good evening, Renegade Black Sheep. Welcome in the chat. How are you doing? Good evening, Todd. Unless you know what the proof is on that moonshine and know for a fact what it is and that it's just plain moonshine, you don't want to use any flavor. You don't want to go over 100 proof because if you go over 100 proof to make tinctures, it becomes pharmaceutical grade and it will do more damage to your organs than heal yourself. That's why I say 80 or 100 proof, no stronger. Hello, John. Welcome in the chat. How are you doing? Yeah, it's truly sad. And I've been racist a day in my life. I was raised colorblind. I mean, I'm not colorblind, but I was raised that way. When I was growing up in another hood here in Memphis, in the center of the city, I was a marshmallow in a sea of hot chocolate. You know what? It didn't matter. It didn't. It didn't matter back in the 70s. We all played together. We ate together. Now, I did witness racism in between quite a few of them, and I asked them, why? Y'all are the same people. We all bleed and breathe the same way. What the heck, people? Yep, what is color? Yeah, it was messed up, Tammy. It's messed up. I mean, I've been called all kinds of names around here, and it water off a duck's back. And not my fault people are ignorant. Wait, what? Whose forehead? Yeah, we're all the same regardless. They have done such a wonderful job keeping us all separated because they know if we finally unite, we're dangerous. We, there's no controlling people. One day people might wake up. I seriously doubt it, but maybe they will. And that's the best thing that could happen if people finally wake up and realize you've been lied to all your life. You've been programmed. Time to wake up and take your power back. Yep. As long as they keep everybody divided, the government's got us. People forget the government works for us. We don't work for the government. They don't own us. Yeah. Humanity equally. Yes, yes. Because you can fix dumb. You can fix dumb. You can. Takes a while, but you can fix it. So, how has everybody been doing? Oh, and I wanted to tell everybody. I noticed everybody's fussing about the weather. You need to get studying up about the grand solar minimum. Get prepared because each year it's going to get even crazier. It's a natural weather cycle. People have to learn. I mean, we're gardeners. You should watch your weather. You should know how to read weather. It's getting harder to read the old signs of watching the trees and the insects because they're about as messed up as we are trying to figure out what's going on. Pay attention. Keep a weather journal as right along with your gardening journal. You should be journaling everything because each year you're going to have to fall back to find out what's going on. Hey, Gina, welcome in the chat. How are you doing? I have not forgot about you, Gina. I have no way to go anywhere. I'm going to get your seeds to you as soon as I can. I have not forgot. I haven't even got to go to the post office. Hey, humble servants homestead. Oh my gracious, welcome in the chat. How are you doing? Now, I'm not sure which one. Am I talking to my sister? Am I talking to my brother? Am I talking to the whole family? Good evening, Rita's Roost. Welcome in the chat. I am glad this is your first time. Look, I only speak the truth. You know why? Lying is too much work. I'd rather say the truth, get it over with, instead of lying because you tell one lie. You got to keep up with that one. Remember that one because here comes another one, and it's like dominoes. As long as you just out and out tell the truth, you'll be fine. There's no work involved. Good evening, Mary Ranch. Welcome into chat. How are you doing? Hi, it's my sister. How are you doing? I am looking forward to getting those Scotch bonnets I bought from y'all and that callaloo. Ooh, Lord, y'all, I'm telling you, if you've never had callaloo, Humble Servants Homestead, that's where you buy you some seeds from. I'm telling you, it's another form of amaranth. Let me tell you, that's the best tasting stuff. It tastes exactly like spinach when it's cooked. Thank you, Todd. Welcome. I am glad you're enjoying it. Oh, that's wonderful to hear, Tamara. Yep, I don't have time to lie. It's a waste of time. And plus, if you just tell the truth, you don't have to worry about karma coming back to bite you. Oh, that's fine, October. Opal, welcome back. All right, for everybody that's new in the chat, I was gifted the name Momma Owl. I call everybody that are subscribers to my channel the Owls family because y'all are family to me. Because I believe family can be anybody. Because a lot of times those you pick for family won't give you as much grief as blood will. And yes, I speak from experience on blood family. Uh, oh God, my mind. I'm telling you, y'all, I am still stressed to the max. Humble Servants Homestead. They have a wonderful Etsy shop. They also, I'm not sure, they might be sold out of their, they have Jamaican peppers, real Jamaican peppers, Jamaican Scotch bonnets. I got quite a few seeds from them. They have a wonderful channel. Y'all need to check their channel out. Really good, down to earth people, wonderful people, and their Etsy shop is really good. And I like to support people I know when I can. And I had some money to spare back then, and I jumped on the seeds. But the callaloo, let me tell you, grows during the summer, and it tastes just like spinach. And you get more bang for your buck growing it that way. But I also love Malabar spinach too. We're hoping he's gonna heal on his own, but they said he has to have the surgery. People don't understand. Let me state something right now. I saw a comment. It was hurtful. It was hurtful. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, at times I have touchy feely feelings. I can't help it. And when you're stressed out to the max and worried to death, it hurts when people say things. Hey, D. McCoy, welcome into chat. Sorry, y'all, I'm trying to catch up. Not once was I ungrateful. Not once. Not once, y'all, was I ungrateful that the hospital kept Junior alive. But excuse French, I'll be damned if I'm going to be grateful for being constantly lied to, kept in the dark, medicine being snuck in on him when we told him he did not want to take that kind of medicine, nurses lying about blood pressure readings, when a doctor, a heart surgeon, the head heart surgeon apparently, looks at you and says, "You're not going anywhere because you're a special case. You're not leaving this hospital until your blood pressure is stable." 2 days later, he was out of the hospital and his blood pressure was not stable. No, I was not ungrateful for him being kept alive, but the way they treated him, you better believe I am upset about that. Yes, I am. Hello, Maureen. Welcome in the chat. How are you doing? Good evening, Mike's Chaotic Gardening. How are you doing? Absolutely, Todd. And y'all don't really know the half of what all was going on while we were in there because I didn't burden everybody with all of it. Apparently, I even got chilled. Whew. Uh, I told y'all most of the main stuff, but there was so much going on. They started now. I've been in this hospital before. They started the same crap on me, and I know for a fact I'm not diabetic. Nobody in my family is diabetic, either side. I'm diabetic. They started the diabetic stuff on Junior. He's not diabetic at all. They started trying to feed him the artificial sweeteners. Um, he's allergic to them as well, not as bad as I am. Uh, there was there was so much other stuff going on, and they would get mad because, well, I know the human anatomy very well. The doctors would get pissed off because we both asked questions, because you're not supposed to ask questions. You're supposed to just, take what they say as the gospel. No, I was raised to ask questions, question everything, never just believe everything. Well, it's okay, Esther. It's fine. They're gonna pay for it. Um, I'm trying to remember some of the other stuff. It was just so much. That's just like the night before he was um, freed from the hospital. His blood pressure reading was 172 over 82. Way too high. Way too high because they want his blood pressure at 120 over 70 or lower. The nurse totally lied. Well, the assistant nurse totally lied and wrote down a completely different number. There was many times I was scared I was going to lose him because they just brushed it all off when his blood pressure was 62 over 44. That happened many times, and nobody was worried. I'm sorry, that's a little too low if you ask me. That's a tap dancing a little close to death. And that's just like I had to sit there with him. No, I'm not fussing about being there with him. Lord, nobody misunderstand me. I had to sit by his bedside when nobody would listen to me. I knew something was wrong. They had dropped his blood pressure so low, so fast. He didn't know who he was, didn't know where he was, didn't know his birthday, and didn't even know who I was. Now, he did end up messing up 5 IVs in him, but it's because he was having an allergic reaction to the tape. I figured that out later when all the whelps started coming up on his arm. And they come in and restrained him. I didn't have no right to say no. Of course, he had no right to say no. And they restrained him against my wishes. And he's like moving, trying to move his arms, and he's looking at me and this pitiful looking like, what's going on? And I had to sit there and try to explain to him what was going on. And that was hard. That was ungodly hard. What was even worse was I kept telling this one nurse that was taking care of him, I said, this is not how he acts. Something else is wrong. Something's wrong. You need to figure out something. Get the doctors in here. Well, when he started coming back and that nurse's shift was over, he goes, well, it was 2 days later, he came back and he says, it was a pleasure this evening to be to help you. And I looked at him. I said, I told you that wasn't him, but none of y'all listened. And he just walked out of the room. I'm going, oh, it's a miracle. I didn't cuss nobody out. I didn't attack nobody. I wasn't violent because I knew I had to keep my calm no matter how bad it was so I could stay in that room to be with him. It was horrible. It was horrible. I snuck out one time, but he was awake. He knew that I had to run home to feed the cats. I escaped the hospital that time, but that was really early in the morning, and that was Easter morning. I came home long enough to feed the cats, make sure they had plenty of food, plenty of water, and right back to the hospital I went. And I didn't have any breaks. I didn't have any breaks. I snuck out once in a while. I went out 4 times a day for smoke break. or also known as breathing treatment. But also, when I done that, I knew there was a nurse there that was going to keep an eye on him for me. I wouldn't wish what he went through on nobody. No human being, no matter where you're at, deserves to be treated like that. All we ever asked for was transparency. Don't keep no secrets. Tell us the truth. What irks me, the best doctor I talked to during the whole situation was the first doctor at the first hospital that was in the emergency room. Now, anybody that's ever been in the emergency room, you're lucky if you see the doctor one time. That man come into his little room over 12 times. He was sweating. He was worried to death. He was pulling me aside, telling me that he was trying his best to get him stable so he can get him to the other hospital because he needed surgery as fast as possible and that he had to get him stabilized. He knew what was going on. He finally gave him something to for pain because I was sitting there with him. He was in excruciating pain, but I found out all the pain that he was in was when his inside of the inside tube of his descending artery was ripping. They waited towards the end to finally give him some pain medicine. Now, that doctor told us he had to have surgery as soon as possible. That's why he had to get him stabilized to be life flighted because he was too worried to send him by ambulance because he was worried about the jostling around would make it worse. Now, at that hospital, we was told surgery. When somebody gets life flighted, it's very, very serious. It's not just for the heck of it. Well, when he got to this so-called hospital, no surgery. Then we was told surgery. Then we was told no surgery. Then we was told surgery. Then we was told no surgery. And then towards it was day 21 and day 22, we were told surgery, surgery. Yeah, this tells us the truth, but he does need surgery. Yes, they were breathing treatments. Yes, they was because if I didn't get them breathing treatments in, there's gonna be heads rolling. Oh, believe me, I let them have it. I let them have it. It got so bad to the point where, well, who are you? I got tired. I said, power of attorney. Man, that made them nervous, bigger than hell. It's amazing how people squirm when you say power of attorney. Oh no, I am so sorry to hear that, Regina. His boss. Now, Junior is independent contracted. He's his own boss. His boss that he works through, that he gets his contracts from, is livid. He is livid, and he's got he's got one lined up. I do believe. And on that last day when that heart surgeon come in and told us that it was up to us to find a doctor and somewhere to go to get the surgery. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's been here for 22 days. Why haven't y'all done it? I'm hoping to talk to some people because I want a second opinion, a way better second opinion, because that's that man's life that they're playing with. And I'll be damned if I'm going to stand there and let him die. I'll be damned. The fight is on. Yep, I got records of everything. Yep. Yeah, it is. It's malpractice by many of them because his primary care physician, which switched twice in the hospital, went from a female to a male. Well, no, switched three times. It was a male, then went to a female, and then went to a male. Yeah, three times for primary care physician. He came in and was going to discharge him that day and then the heart surgeon came in. We told him what he said, and that's when he said, "No, that man's not going nowhere. He's a special case." I don't know why they didn't do the surgery. I have no clue. Only thing I could think of is because we didn't have insurance. Yes, everybody should have insurance. It should be free. Everybody should. Everybody pays taxes should have insurance. We already looked into insurance because with him being truck driver, he had to have his own insurance and workers' comp. We can't afford $1,600 a month. Why should we have to pay $1,600 a month when there's a lot of people get it for free that shouldn't have it? You know, they play the system. And I'm too damn old to get pregnant, and I ain't about to have health care. No, 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 not about to go that route. I don't need insurance that bad. Hold on, where did that comment go? Yeah, yeah. His, from what we have been told, and we're not too sure if that's even the truth, but we know it's bad. His his rip starts about a half an inch to 2 inches above his heart, and it goes all the way down his whole descending artery down to right before it splits for the femoral arteries. Trying to remember names. And to fix it, it would be a little over foot long stent. Not about to wait. I've got to get a hold of somebody and see if we can't get some help through them. No, no transplants was talked about. Nothing. Nothing whatsoever. Now, what I find interesting, and I flipped the white plantastic for a little bit. It wasn't bad. No, I didn't go crazy. They come in. Now, the day before, he was supposed to only be on five medications. Then we got, the next day we found out he was going to be discharged, and we found out there was going to be six medications. I lost my Cool. I told him, how the hell do you expect us to pay for this medication? He's been in here 22 days. He's the breadwinner. How do you think this medication's going to get paid for? I said, y'all better work some magic and get these pills paid for. We got the first month's prescription paid for. Now, I did find out, which I found interesting. She apparently, I think, works with the main heart surgeon, but I don't know who this lady is, but she started coming in with the heart surgeon. She came in one day by herself and told us that his dissection was extremely rare one, and that they only do maybe 3 or 4 dissection surgeries a year at that hospital. Nothing, nothing compared to the dissection that he has, and that we would be better off getting a second opinion and finding somewhere else better, more equipped and everything. And I'm like going, and you've had us in 22 days and you didn't tell us this? We should have knew that he needed to be took somewhere else at day 3, day 2, day 3, day 4, instead of waiting. So yeah, Junior got really peeved about that one. And I asked her, I said, then why did y'all wait so long? Why did you drop this in our lap telling us that we have to find someone? I said, no, this was on y'all to do. Y'all could have done this. He's got, no, actually, at that hospital, the medications weren't going to be as bad as I thought they would, but I didn't have it to cover it. Um, what was I going to say? Crap, I totally forgot. Totally forgot. Sorry, y'all. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Sorry. One glimmer of hope in the whole 22 days was the wonderful lady that came to the room to fill out the paperwork to start his disability and Medicare or Medicaid, Medicare, something. She was an absolute blessing in disguise, and she has him because they don't want him traveling. Not that I could take him anywhere. Um, he has a phone interview on the 26th coming up. Good evening, Lonnie. Welcome into chat. Oh, let me tell you about the social worker heifer. That is my cue word for these women, because I don't want to say exactly how I feel about them. They are heifers. Um, I kept asking the social worker questions. I can't help you with that. I can't do that for you. I can't help you. After the fifth, I can't help you. I looked at her and said, then what can you do? I said, you can leave the room now. Thank you. I kicked her out of the room. I was livid. You couldn't do anything? Couldn't do anything. No, I didn't record that one because these people just popped in the door whenever they wanted to. No announcement. Hey, that we're coming to visit you. We're coming to talk to you. There was a phone in the room. They could have called. They know the number. But yeah, it's just been hell. It's just been Oh, he has automatic, and I can put the app on my phone too. But he has automatic recording on his phone. He has that for work purposes, so he can keep up just to make sure. Especially if there was like certain directions being gave, that way he could go back listen to the call and do what he needed to do. But Lord, y'all, I tell you, I mean, even the so-called patient's advocate, they never, they sent the first time two priests up to the room, and I left a voicemail trying to get them to, you know, patient advocate to come back up to the room. They never showed up. Never showed up. So you can't get social worker help. You can't get patient advocate help. It was a whole lot to bear. Welcome back, Forest Girl. How are you doing? Yes, it's a descending, no, descending dissection. No, it's a dissection of the descending artery. Lord, that's a mouthful. Okay, Esther, go ahead. Find you something to eat. I'm going to have to get off here after a while because it's starting to get chilly out here. Thank you, Janie. I appreciate it. I am trying to keep him alive best I can. Let me tell you, I got mad enough. All right. When the heart surgeon came in the day of, um, this is called releasement. Um, that's when he dropped on us that we had to find a doctor and a place to go to have the surgery. He also told me that, sorry y'all, that I was going to have to keep a record of taking his blood pressure every 2 hours. Now, I'm not about to wake that man up at night to read his blood pressure, but I have been keeping a record of his blood pressure every 2 hours. About the time he wakes up, it's about 8 o'clock, or he wakes up a little before 8. So I take it from 8 in the morning to 10 o'clock at night. Don't know, Tamara. We have no idea because they never told us the truth from the get go, and they wouldn't answer questions. Oh, that sounds good. Thank you, Gina. Thank you so much. All prayers are greatly appreciated. I am beyond thankful. Well, we both are. I can speak for Junior as well. We are beyond greatly appreciative of all of the prayers, the support, the I'm sorry, y'all. I'm tired. My brain still hasn't recouped from those 22 days of hell. Um, all your encouragement, your support, your love, your well wishes. Y'all just don't realize how much we appreciate it. I know. It's just too early for me to go to bed. Lord, no. If I was to go to bed now, I'd be up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I have let's just say I have too much of a broken body. Laying down for too long hurts more. I've had some sleep. Now he's had some. Let me tell you, the medicine is really doing a number on him. He's had some weird dreams, and a lot of them involve me. And I just look at him. I said, "Do what?" I'm like going, "You need to go back to sleep." Yes, his pulse drops below 70. Yep. There was many a time I thought I was going to lose him in the hospital, and none of the nurses nor the doctors gave a rat's butt. I'm sorry, 66 or lower, over 44, is tap dancing with the pearly gates. But none of them gave not one care about it. Now, there was a couple of nurses. We had quite a few really good nurses. Some of them, they need to rethink their profession and actually rethink why they become a nurse. You become a nurse because you want to help and heal people, not because of money. And several of them, I could definitely tell you that, yeah, their choice to become a nurse was money. There were several nurses who refused to give him his blood pressure meds because his blood pressure was way too low. Oh, Lisa, you don't know. You don't know. One, I busted out laughing. I'm not going into all the detail, but the first one, he pulled himself out of the dream. That's how bad it was, and it really messed him up. It had something to do with me standing on a pier with a woman, and I was standing inside of a oven basting bag, sprinkling spices on myself. He woke. He forced himself awake. He said he had enough of that dream at that very moment. Then there was one. Now I'm the one that gets wild about watching the planets at night and stuff. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm not sleepy, y'all. I'm just mentally exhausted, physically and mentally exhausted, but I'm not sleepy. The second, the second one is apparently he was taking me. We were supposed to go through the woods to this clearing somewhere to watch this planet that's only going to be seen in the sky that time and won't see it for like 50 something years. I'm like going, oh, really now? What was the name of the planet? He said, don't ask me that. And apparently he was holding my hand through going through the woods. Now he scared the hell out of me because I've helped a lot of people medically. I've been through a lot, experienced a lot. I could have swore he was having a grand mal seizure. Scared the hell out of me. Then he started making this ungodly, like screaming growl noise. And I pop up like a corpse in the morgue, going, my God, baby, wake up, wake up, wake up, trying to get him to wake up. Because I could tell, looking at him, he wasn't having a seizure. He woke up. He goes, hey, what's wrong? Calm as can be. Hey, what's wrong? What's up? And I'm like going, what the hell? Are you trying to cause me to stroke out? Apparently, as we were walking through the woods in a dream, three, it first started out as spirits. Then he goes, oh, well, let's just call them aliens. And I was trying to scare them away. I'm like, well, I heard enough. Go back to sleep. Just go back to sleep. I've heard enough. Good evening, LP. How are you doing? Oh, thank you, darling. I appreciate it more than you know. Thank you, LP. Yes, I have. So I have done some dirt therapy. Good evening, Tibor 101. Welcome into chat. How are you doing? I don't know, Mike. I have no idea, but I'm telling you, that messed him up for a while. He wouldn't even talk about it. But yeah, laughter can be dangerous for him too. He can't lift anything. He has to be careful how he stands up. He can't walk for long because he'll get dizzy. Um, I have been getting him outside when it warms up. Man's freezing to death, y'all. Um, I've got him outside a couple of times. Yesterday was the longest day. He sat in the sun for quite a while. Today he got in the sun for a little while, but then his stomach started acting up, and that was not good. So got him back in the house. Um, he decided he was going to go to bed and lay there and relax. I don't know, Janie, because I wasn't allowed to go down with them. Nope, no flying, talking brooms. Apparently, these were three. He said we're just going to call them aliens because he didn't know. His exact words was, "I don't know what the hell they were. I think they were spirits, but we're just going to call them aliens." And apparently, he was trying to protect me from them and scare them off. During his scaring them off to protect me, he liked to cause me to have a stroke. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you. Good evening, Brenda. Welcome in the chat. How are you doing? But yeah, let's see. While he was there, uh, he had 4 CT scans. There not be no critter coming up on me. Y'all gonna watch some kung fu here in a minute. Uh, he had three or four CT scans. He had, I think, 2 MRIs, 9 chest X-rays, five or six EKG readings. Miracle the man's not glowing. Um, yeah. Oh yeah, and then there was the scare. Carolina Wren, love them. Then there was the scare of the pneumonia, but it wasn't pneumonia, but they think it was pneumonia, or it was, oh God, I can't remember the word, fluid on the lungs, but they wasn't sure if it was fluid on the lungs or the pneumonia. And then they sent him down. Oh, also a massive, he had a small, 2 small ultrasounds on his chest. Then he had the big ultrasound on his chest. Then they gonna send him down for the needle biopsy going into his lung to pull fluid out, which I was worried to death about them doing that because the last thing I wanted him to get was an infection. And then they take him down, get him all prepped for that, then find out there wasn't enough fluid on his lungs to make a draw, so they send him back up to the room. It was just hell. Oh, they know what's wrong with Junior. Unfortunately, they know what's wrong with him, but they're not wanting to fix it. Oh, believe me, I know it's messed up, Jamie. I know. Tibor, what's wrong with Junior is it's his descending artery that comes up out of his heart and goes down to. He has a dissection inside his descending artery that starts about an inch and a half ish above his heart. It goes all the way down the whole artery, and it just barely stopped right above where it splits for the two femoral arteries. Oh, believe me, if I haven't gave in yet, yeah. And if it wasn't hard enough having to sneak out, acting like a criminal to have my breathing treatment, I had to walk down out of the hospital and then walk 2 blocks away to have the breathing treatment. I picked the worst place to sit to have a breathing treatment because you can't be on the hospital property. It's not allowed. You know, you're outside, but you're not allowed. I found a place that had a bunch of rocks. One of my addictions, rocks. I'm sitting there while having my breathing treatment. I'm looking through the rocks. I found some really good ones. Lo and behold, I happened to look across the street, and that's where they come to pick the bodies up from the morgue. I'm not going, leave it up to me. Leave it up to me. So, in all that time I was there, I know I saw at least, and I've lost track, 6 to 8 bodies get picked up by hearse. Oh, biofreeze doesn't do anything for me. Not at all. We have to be careful about anything to do with anything of the arteries because he's still 50-50 chance of it blowing. So yeah, we were warned about that before we left the hospital. So it could still blow at any time. So yeah. Yeah, yeah. We both had our gallbladders removed, and yeah, it's rough. My injuries are a whole lot, let's just say, worse than biofreeze could handle. Lord, they're getting riled up again, so apologize, y'all. Um, and the little, I was thankful for the Fred Flintstone approved fold out bed so I could be in the room with him, but my God, that thing about killed me. Um, Willow, my willow tincture was working for a while, and then it got so bad that the willow couldn't handle it, and that's when I broke down, went to the gift shop. My God, got some Aleve, had to pay $3 a pill for Aleve. That's okay, Amber. No problem. No problem, darling. Good evening, Oseo Sister Bounty. Welcome back. You take care, Amber. and I'll see you next week. But on a good note, we found out, don't, and even Junior's trying to figure out how he has no plaque buildup whatsoever in his heart. And he's like going, what? Are you sure about that? Oh, my cough is because I'm talking a whole lot and not drinking. That's my problem. I'm used to having my big cup in my hand and drinking while talking during the live stream. I got my jar, so I'm trying not to hit the jar so much. Yep, it was highway robbery. I'm one of those. If I do a lot of talking, it's best for me to keep some kind of liquid nearby because I will cough if I talk too much. That's okay, October Opal. You take care, darling, and you have a wonderful week ahead, and we will see you next Monday. Yeah, they don't like it when you know about the body. They sure didn't like it when I told them, look, we want to go as close to natural as possible. I said, I'm an herbalist. Ooh, they did not like that one bit. Could be, could be, could be. Now, there for a while, he was taking vitamins um, that have something to do with another artery cleaning process. It's called chelation. So he was taking chelation vitamins. So that could be another reason because now they said he had a little bitty bit. He, the doctor said it wasn't enough to even worry about. Little bit of plaque lower down, kind of in his abdomen, but he said it was like one little spot of plaque. And I'm not going to tell you how much it hurts that he has to be on Big Pharma. But I have swallowed my pride. I have swallowed my hate for Big Pharma because if it's going to keep him alive, you're going to have to go that route. It breaks my heart because I know he don't like Big Pharma either. But if it's going to keep him alive, we have to do what we have to do. They never found out. Now, I busted out laughing. One of the, sorry y'all, I got to shift. Oh, one of the major blood tests came back. Now, they never told us what they were testing for. I know they said they were doing genetic blood testing to see if it might have been something genetics, and I still think it's genetic because this don't make no sense. Um, at least I know he's leukemia free. I'm like going, I looked up, I'm like going, what do you mean leukemia free? Yes, we tested for that just to make sure. I'm like going, okay, that's one off my list. And I'm thinking, that's one off my list that wasn't ever on my list. But this happened out of the blue. We went out for lunch. We came back. He wasn't feeling bad, not whatsoever. He was feeling really good. We went to lunch. We came back home. He went into the house to take a nap because he had an overnight load to run. So I grabbed my stuff to go do the foraging video. I'm way back in the woods. I've got a shovel. I've got a 5 gallon bucket. I've got a tripod. I got a backpack. And I got that 5 gallon bucket full of plants, or starting to have a bucket full of plants. That's when I got the phone call. He said, "Baby, I'm not feeling good. My chest is hurting bad. Please come home." Told him I would get back home as fast as I could. Nothing like trying to rush through honeysuckle, sawbriars, wild roses, um, sawbriars. Let's see what else. Um, Trying to hurry when you got a shovel, a tripod, a 5 gallon bucket, a heavy backpack, and then I had to climb back up. I had to climb up and back over the railroad. Then I had to fight the jungle in the back part of the backyard. Got up here. He was out on the porch. He's waiting on me. He was hurting bad, and he's the one that made the decision to call 911. Ambulance come picked him up. I didn't I didn't find out until um, Junior told me that when he got in the back of the ambulance. Now none of those people, the ambulance could have told me something. They sat in front of the house for a while before taking off. Nobody told me that they put a nitro pack on them. So yeah, that was fun to find out. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed old Nans. Uh, he, we were in Memphis at what's supposed to be the biggest heart hospital in Memphis. It's Methodist University. I don't want the hospital. I would not. I don't even want to see that place. Now, when I went there a long time ago, they just absolutely mutilated me. I am still healing from that one. It's almost done healing. Nitroglycerin, uh, like a nitroglycerin pack. But no, wasn't from an accident or nothing. He hadn't fallen. The only time he's fallen was, and which we find interesting, this basically happened almost, well, it's a little over, but a year to date of him falling and double breaking his heel last year. A little over a year to date. This happened. So, yeah, it's been 2 really long, rough years. And we were just starting to get back up on our feet, and here we go again. But we're going to make it no matter what, because I'm not giving up on him. Not going to. It's my job to take care of him. Yes, we're seriously thinking about Vanderbilt. It depends on what I find out when I send the email off. No, he just lost his balance. He lost his balance. But what don't make sense is you shouldn't double break your heel bone falling 6 foot off the back of of a truck. Well, it's a little over 6 foot off the back of a truck and land in sand. That should not happen. It once again another freak accident. Good evening, Woods Witch, darling. Welcome in the chat. How are you doing? Well, not safe. I mean, we're safe here, about as good as can be, but he's not out of the woods yet. Oh, good evening, Lawrence. Welcome in the chat. About time you showed up. It's about time the jellyfish man showed up, Lawrence. Love you too, Lawrence. Love you dearly. How are you doing? Been worried about you too. Sorry, just been so ungodly busy and stressed out. I forgot to email you. Oh, believe me, I never doubt it. I will never doubt how much the owls love me. And I can't say how grateful I am for all of y'all, for your love, your support. Tonight, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to break down and lose it. But I don't want nobody to ever have to experience what we have in 22 days. And he's still not out of danger. He's still not out of danger. And I done told him he's got to get well because he can't die on me because I'm not having the title of Black Widow. I know y'all do. I know you do, and that means the world to me. I never doubt that y'all love me. Never doubt it. Not one bit. Yeah, I got the bulging disc injury when I was a demo lady at Sam's, and I was made to do. This was when Sam's didn't do the demoing anymore. It was another different company that done it, and I was made to do a job that I wasn't supposed to be doing, and I got hurt. So that's just an old injury. How's the jellies doing? You know, Lawrence, you're never going to live down the kissing of the jellyfish. Thank you, Bounty. Ocio. Thank you. No, no, sorry. Let me back that up. Wado Bounty. Thank you so much. Man, I tell you, I can't even remember. I'm so tired, I can't even remember my own language. Oh no, Junior's young. Junior's younger than I am. Junior's only 48. Yeah, Junior's only 48. Yes, I have languages. I am Jolly. Now, granted, I can't speak it as fluently as I used to because many moons ago, thanks to an infection and a fever of 104.8 for a little over 8 hours, most of my Cherokee language that I could speak freely was erased. Because it's amazing what fever can do to memories, and it likes to tap dance through your brain and erase important things. Cougar! I'm only 5 years older than him. Thank you, Tibor. Thank you. And believe me, we're getting a second opinion because that man's going to live one way or another, even if I have to resuscitate him myself. Oh, I know you are, Dark Lord Minute. I know you are. Cougar. Look, it's the first time I've ever had a younger one. Good evening, Perlio. How are you doing? Welcome into chat. That's right, Cougar. I'm still laughing about that one. Because I like mine to come paper trained already. I'm getting too old for that crap. Jalagi, Cherokee. Eastern Cherokee to be exact. I know some of the words, it highly pisses me off that, yeah, I can't speak fluently like I used to. Robbing the cradle. It's only 5 years, Joe. It's only five. I could see it if it was 15 or 20. Then, yeah, I need to be ashamed of myself. If it was 15, 20 or so years, yeah, I need to be ashamed of myself. But I'm telling you, ain't no way I'd have a way younger one nowadays because all I'd want to do is smack the hell out of them, just to be honest. I did not kill your Yep. Look, reason I say paper train is I want them to know how. I want them to know what they're doing, know how to treat a lady, and to be a man. That's the paper training. I ain't about to teach anybody. Not about to. I'm too old for that crap. Look, Homestead Aquarius told me it's a shame. It's a shame that private room in the hospital's going to waste. Lord, that would probably have killed him. Yeah, he might have died happy, but I'd be damned if I'm going to be a black widow, y'all. And let me tell you, Junior busted out laughing on that comment. He thought that was hilarious. I looked at him. I said, "Don't you get no idea?" Yes, I have been. Yes, I have been. Because let me tell you, I have had some doozies in my life. I've had some doozies. Okay, Force Girl, you take care, darling, and hope to see you next Monday night. You have a blessed week. Lawrence, you are so bad. You are so bad. But hey, Lawrence, don't forget, you like to tie her to, what is that, the bow? I think it's the bow of your ship. You tie her up, Lawrence. She don't have a chance to say nothing to you. But yeah, I'm not about to have the title Black Widow added to my name. I'm not for that. But yes, he's the best one that I've had. My first one was a monster, and that's why I knew he had hurt me, but I didn't know he had broke. I think it's my right side. I can't remember. It's been so long. I didn't even know my hip had broke, and it healed back. I know sometimes I'll trip on my foot, go to find out. One side is like an inch or inch and a half higher up than the other. Mm, Now, thank gracious, that was just a boyfriend. Not that I really want to call him that. I call him creature. Lawrence, you are so bad. You are just so bad. No, I wasn't. Thank gracious, I wasn't married to that one. I finally saw the light and got the hell away from him before he killed me. He tried to kill me. He loosened the lug nuts on the back of the truck. He tried to kill me. The butt end of the truck dropped down as I watched the tire go flying by. Thank gracious, I ain't seen that one. Um, no, the one I was married to, I wasted over 22 years of my life with him. I really did. And that was a mistake. But yeah. Oh, I missed something. And that's no holiday for Lawrence. Well, was I right, Lawrence? Is it the bow? Because I can't remember right now. I cannot. Yes, School of Hard Knocks. I am very well educated in street sense and common sense and book learning. Oh, I got it right. Hot dog. The brain is still working. Hey, I am beyond thankful for the owls. I don't know what I'd do without y'all. Y'all are awesome. Y'all the best people on earth. Now, I wish I would have just started YouTube a whole lot sooner. Everybody was, well, not everybody, but quite a few was trying to get me. I'm going, there's no reason for me to be on YouTube. Again, I'm glad I finally listened. Me and Junior have been together. Me and him kind of foggy on it because we don't keep up with dates. 12 or 13 years. We were laughing about that, trying to figure it out ourselves. Just like, is it 12? Is it 13? Because he had a really bad, his first marriage was really, really bad. My first marriage was really, really bad. So, yeah, we're kind of just, hanging out there. Lucky number 13, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Robert. That means the world to me. Thank you. Y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know. And it was just easier at the hospital for me when I would slip off because I didn't want to make the videos in his house in his room to relive it all and upset him more because I was trying to keep him as stable as possible because the doctors and the nurses were doing a good enough job keeping him pissed off and upset. And I mean, it's just like that nurse that we both had the argument with when she grilled him for over 10 minutes asking him why. Give me a good reason why you don't want to take this medicine. As much as that man had dumped on him, the last thing he needed was an anxiety medicine that causes depression and suicidal tendencies. That like to kill him when he found out that there's a good chance that he's never going to be able to drive again. And I've always known from the day one that we got together that being a truck driver, the road was his first love and it always would be. I was fine with that. Absolutely, Bounty. I agree with you. I absolutely do. But yeah, he got mad. He got mean on that. He got slipped one dose of the anxiety medicine. Now this man's never had anxiety a day in his life. Okay, Tammy, you take care, darling sister, and I will see you next Monday night. I'm fixing to have to get off here in a bit because it's getting dark, y'all. Booger monster might come out of them woods behind me. No telling around here. It could be true. Um, but yeah, after dumping all that they have on that man and they give him an anxiety pill, flipped him the first dose because they lied to him, didn't tell him what it was. And then we found out what it was. And I thought, if I wouldn't have been holding his hand while he was in that bed when that nurse done him like that, he told me, he says, I'm glad you was holding my hand because I was about to get out of that bed and chase her out of the room. Okay, Janie, you take care. Thank you for coming in. I am so happy to see you in chat. Ha, I see the solar lights have popped on. By the time I get this yard done and fixed up, they might see me from space. Who knows? All right, y'all, I'm going to get off of here. It's starting to get cool. Oh, I see the crescent moon up. Looks like Venus is with her tonight. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it more than you know. I am thankful Junior got me the new phone before all this went down because now I know I can live stream on my phone. The other one I couldn't at all. And I'm surprised that Signal has stayed strong enough to keep me on live stream. Yep. Oh, believe me, I know all about the mushrooms. Right now, I'm going to be honest, I'm a little leery because with his blood pressure not being stable, I just don't want to take too many chances. Love all of y'all dearly. Y'all stay safe and sound out there, 'cause this world's getting crazy. I'm not gonna lie, 'cause it sure is around here. And I will hopefully see y'all next Monday night. We're gonna talk from the backyard. Love you, sisters. Love y'all to death. Y'all take care and y'all have a blessed evening. Hoot hoot, and I'll see you next Monday night. And don't forget, video's gonna run late tomorrow 'cause I run out of time today. Hey Linda, I'm sorry, darling, fixing to head off the chat. Hey Chestine, hello, good evening, darling. Sorry, fixing to close down the chat. Now I have it set up so that replay will work this time. I messed up on the last one. Y'all stay safe and may you each be blessed and always know I love you. Good evening, everyone. Take care.